Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So today, I thought I would go over kind of ideal teams for farming dragon gems. And then, yeah, before I was thinking about making a video for each dragon gem quest, just to show a good team and then how to get through the mission. But I never really got around to making those videos because I felt that walkthroughs for those missions were not really necessary. So instead I'm just going to combine all the 5 elements together into this one video and then go over good teams for each. And yeah, these are just my opinions, but kind of the characters that I would want the most for these Dragon Gem quests would have either null gravity barrier or null damage wall. If I had to pick one, I would go for a null gravity barrier, and if I had my way, I would go for both, of course. And then I would also want very high damage bump combos, particularly lock-on one-way lasers or very powerful homing shots. And then I would want some blast bump combos from my support types, and also maybe Pierce for those support types, just so that I can get out more bump combos out. And yeah, those are kind of my main 2 points, is very strong bump combos and then getting out those bump combos every turn. So yeah, and then depending on how many people you play with, that's how many max lux you're going to have. And then if you're playing with, if you're lucky enough to be playing with 4 people, then you can all use max lux and then get the greatest chance of getting rewards that way. If you do that, the missions will take a little bit longer, just because drop monsters don't do as much damage as hatcher monsters. But if you're playing with just like solo or like with 2 people, then you can do a mix of max luck and then hatcher monsters. And then that is more what this video will be focusing on, is a balance of max lux and hatcher monsters. So yeah, I got my handy dandy list here. And then first I'll talk about the red quest, the red dragon gem quest, and then which monsters to bring there. And then yeah, kind of the ideal blue max luck that I think you could bring is... where is he? There he is. Alright, this is Dax Evolution. And then he's got everything that I want in a max luck for this mission. And that is Pierce, no gravity barrier, with a blast bump combo. So yeah, he'll be very mobile, and then he can get out bump combos easily on his own turn and on his teammate's turn. And then other drop monsters that I recommend are, let's see, here's Marie Antoinette. You can use either version. She's also got the Pierce and no gravity barrier. Doesn't have a blast bump combo, but if for some reason you did not have Dax Evolution, you could use her. And then you could also use this guy here, except the evolution version. This is Fox Metal. He's got the no gravity barrier and the blast bump combo. Does not have Pierce, so I would say he's not quite as good as Dax, but he can be a good alternative as well. And then, of course, and so those were blue monsters that I recommend as support characters. But if you had a Yamato Takeru max luck, you could use him as the max luck and a damage source at the same time. And then you could use your hatcher monsters with like Pierce and the blast bump combo in order to get more damage out of Yamato Takeru's very strong bump combo. That's not going to be an option for most people though, I think. So you can use one of those first 3 that I recommend. And then the hatcher monsters that I recommend, number 1 is, Susano here. He's just got the very strong lasers, so he'll help you take down enemies real quick. And then he's my top choice for the red mission. Somebody with a strong bump combo you could use is strong homing bump combo is Lorelei. But she's less than ideal, because she does not have either Minesweeper or Null Warp, and then she also has a gauge. If it matters to you about missing the gauge, or if it stresses you out to have that gauge there, then you can stay away from Lorelei. And then I would pick a Susanoo over her. Alright. And then, yeah, my ideal team for the red mission would be like Dax, Susanoo, if you're playing with 2 Max Lux. Okay, so that was red. Now let's look at the blue quest, which monsters you would use for blue. And then the Max Luck that I recommend is a Basilisk Evolution, Ascension. And yeah, he's got the Null Gravity Barrier and the Blast Bomb combo. And then I think he's the only green Max Luck with Null Gravity Barrier, or Null Damage Wall for that matter, with the Blast Bomb combo. So Basilisk is overwhelmingly my top pick there. If you didn't have Basilisk, and you still wanted a good support Max Luck, you could use Circuit. She has a Pierce Null Gravity Barrier, so she can easily hit your other guys to get the bump combos out. She is a deity type, so she'll take extra damage from the boss. But even then, the mission's not that difficult, so she could be an option as well. And then the best drop monster I can recommend is Kushinada Zero. I don't think anybody in the world yet has a Kushinada Zero Max Luck in the English version. But if in the future you did get her, she would be a great choice for the Dragon Gem quest. Yeah, she's got the lock-on the lock-on laser, which is very easy to use and does good damage, and she's got the Null Gravity Barrier. So, alrighty. So those are my drop monster picks. The Hatcher monster picks are, this is my #1 choice, is Apollo X. Just like Susanoo, she's got the very strong bump combo, but she's got no gravity barrier, so she'll be a little bit more mobile than Susanoo. And then the other one that I recommend, which unfortunately I do not have, is... Where is she? There she is. This is Ibaraki Doji. And yeah, she's excellent. She's got the very strong bump combo. And then she also has a blast bump combo to help get out other bump combos. And she's got the null damage wall for that gimmick there. So yeah. My top recommendation maybe for the blue quest is maybe Basilisk, Apollo, but yeah, just depending on who you have, you can use a variety of guys. And yeah, that goes for every team that I'm recommending. I'm just giving out kind of my ideal picks, but really the missions are so easy that you can take anybody at all almost and do just fine. I'm just trying to shave seconds off of each run, just so that it's there's a little bit less friction as you play through. Okay, next let's look at the green quest where you want to bring red monsters, and then unfortunately there is no Pierce Null Gravity monster with a Blast Bump combo. But the next best thing here is Rakshasa Ascension, Pierce Null Gravity Barrier. And then the only one now that we have with the Blast Bump combo is... Let's see, where he is. There he is. Sudoto. He is the Null Gravity Barrier with a Blast Bump combo. In my book, he's a little bit less than ideal because he does have a gauge, but if you don't mind, then you can certainly use him. And then for Hatcher monsters that I recommend, again, the one-way laser, you can use Atos Evolution. And yeah, he's like the red version of Susanoo, just a null damage wall with a big old laser. And then if you wanted to go the homing route, then I would recommend... there he is. Shingen. Yeah, very strong homing bump combo. And yeah. And so for the ideal team for green, maybe one Rakshasa, one Sudoto, and then either 2 Atos or 2 Shingen. Yeah, any combination of those guys I think would be the best one there. Alright, next let's look at the light quest. And then here we have some kind of extra options. If you wanted a Pierce No Gravity Barrier Max Luck, that would be Dusky here. He's kind of the only one at the moment. If you wanted to go for a Bounce with the Blast Pump combo, Desk Coil here is pretty good. And also you could use the Dax Ascension, which is like a faster Desk Coil. And actually this guy I would recommend more than Desk Coil, just because he has higher speed, and so can get around more easily to get out more bump combos. And then when I did mention options, I was referring to, where is she? Satellite. This is one of the few extreme drop monsters where it can be a damage source. So if you could use a Satellite as your damage source and your max luck, and then you could use your Hatcher monsters as support characters for her. But if you did not, then you could use, oops. This is a Mundus. He's one of my top picks for the Hatcher monster, just because his homing shot is so strong. And then there is no laser option, actually. Loki will be coming later, but until he comes, Mundus and then Alice here are going to be your best bets. So yeah, for Dark, you only have the homing options for the Hatcher monsters, or you could do the laser option with Satellite as well. So yeah. Then finally, we'll look at the Dark Gem quests, where we use a light team. And then the best max luck, I would say, here is... where is he? There he is. Alright, great, finally. Alright, so this is the other Pierce No Gravity Barrier drop monster with a Blast Pump combo, making him an ideal support character for the Dragon Gem quests. And then, if you wanted a bounce instead, you could go for Tiger Eye X, or Tiger 1X, No Gravity Barrier Blast Pump. And yeah, just like how the Dark team has a Satellite, you could use Babel Evolution here as a damage source. So if in the far future, if you get a max luck of Babel Evolution, then you could use him as your max luck for the Dragon Gem quest, and then use your Hatcher monsters as a support to Babel. Yeah, that is some months or maybe even a year in the future, however. And then Hatcher monsters that would be good for the farming. This is Arthur, and she's pretty much ideal. And she's got both the null gimmicks that you need, and then the strong one-way laser. And also no gauge, which I love. And yeah, so she's the laser option. And then if you wanted to go for the homing option, I guess you could go for Raw Ascension here. Yeah, pretty strong bump combo, but not ultimate strength, I would say. So yeah, those are my kind of overall teams for each element. And then this is my Dark Horse pick. This is Astaroth Ascension, and she's got the Beast Slayer L, which works on the bowls, which appear in every element, and which move around and then summon other guys. When you play those Dragon Gem quests, kind of your top priority is to take down those bowls first, just because if you leave them out, they'll make the mission longer than they have to be. So yeah, she's got the Beast Slayer L. She'll do 2.5 times the damage to them. And then she also has a whole bunch of homing shots, which can help you take down those bulls. So she can be a good max luck choice there. And then her homing shots are fire and water. So she would be best in the either the wood or the fire quests, but she could work in any of them, really. And then if you wanted just one team that could go to all the 5 elements, I would probably pick Ghoulie Ghoulie Arthur Arthur. Just because Ghoulie is the one of the best support characters with Pierce, No Gravity Barrier, and the Blast Pump combo. And then Arthur is super easy to use because she has no gauge, both of the null gimmicks, and then that very strong laser. So yeah, that was my rundown of the teams that I would recommend for the Dragon Gem quests. And yeah, happy hunting there. Thanks for watching. Take care.